Hi, I'm Dr. Randy Shepard. I'm a tax strategist that's normally saving people tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxes, but that's not what this video is about. It's about saving you a lot of money that you may not know you may have to spend and or go to prison for. If you're a business owner, you run the risk of doing that. Here's what I'm talking about. The Inflation Reduction Act and some of the other acts that came out of what happened in the last few years out of what Congress has done is what's called the Beneficial Ownership Information Report. And you might have seen it on the news and probably haven't, you don't know what it is, you don't know what you're supposed to do. Well, I'm going to help you with it because it has civil and criminal penalties if you don't do it. If you had a business before January 1 of 2024, you got the whole year to get it done. If you just started a business in 2024, I don't understand it, but they only give you the 90 days to get this BOIR done. But we're going to show you how to do it. I imagine they're going to give you a lot of grace to it, but I'm going to take you through a process just showing you how to get it done real quickly. It only takes 3 to 5 minutes. There are some that charge $50, $100, $150 to do this. I'm just going to give you a video because if you want to send me $100, that's great, but you're going to realize you can do it in 3 to 5 minutes and it's not worth probably paying anybody. I hope this video helps you. So I want you, what I want you to do is I want you to be able to go to FinCEN.gov. So then I'm going to take you right now. Let's make sure I got everything set up right. FinCEN.gov is a financial crimes network that's under the U.S. Department of Treasury. And under one of these acts that Congress passed a few years ago, they want to know who benefits from the small businesses that are out there. There are a number of them that are exempt, like accountants, like insurance agencies, and those types of things. Now, I have my life insurance license and health insurance license, but I don't sell life insurance or health insurance. I do tax strategies. But even though I was exempt, I went ahead and did my company just to be on the safe side because of the civil and criminal penalties. But we're to have it done by the end of this year. So let me take you through it and show you how easy it is. It's not hard at all. Here's the things that you're going to need. Number one, I'd have a tax return ready. Why a tax return? Because you're going to need to put in your business name information. You might say, but I know it. Well, yeah, I know. But you're going to have to put in your EIN, your employer identification number that's up in the upper right-hand corner of your Schedule C or 1120S or 1120 or whatever you have. So anyways, you'll need your EIN. And if you don't have an EIN, don't worry about it. All they need is your Social Security number. But you're going to want to go to, and let me show you how to do this. You're going to want to go to FinCEN.gov. And we're right there right now at FinCEN. I'm going to put on my glasses so I can see what I'm saying. Does that make sense? Okay. So I'm a comedian. At least I think I'm a comedian. I'm not. So go to the Financial Crimes Network. Let's just take you through it real fast. There are some exempt people, like I said. Also, you're going to want to get a driver's license because you're going to have to upload the driver's license to the report. So take a photo of your driver's license and be sure and have that ready. And all the beneficial owners, anybody that has stock options, anybody that has investment, some percentage of ownership, 2%, 3%, 4%, whatever, 20%, 50%. Doesn't matter. If they have any kind of ownership in any kind of a company, they're going to need to, you're going to need to make sure this is done for you. But you can see FinCEN.gov here in the URL, and what you're going to simply do is go down to BOI, and that stands for Beneficial Ownership Information. And again, we're doing this because we're demanded by the government that we have to do this. If you own a small business, an LLC, an S Corp, a C corporation that's small, a partnership, you're going to have to fill this out, and they're going to know the company name and then the ownership. Now, there's some interesting things about this form, so I'm going to point out a couple of key features that you might miss. So that's why I'm doing this video. But anyways, as you go through FinCEN.gov, the first page, or this is the second page actually, how do I file, how do I qualify for an exemption? It'll tell you the number of categories like 501c3, nonprofits are exempt, and so on and so forth. We'll show you how to get a FinCEN ID because if you're going to have to correct anything later because you have a change in ownership or change in address or change in a name, change in locations, you're going to have to go in and correct this. That's right. It's going to be an updated thing you're going to have to do. So you're going to have somebody on top of this with your company. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to File. We're going to file a report. It only takes us 3 to 5 minutes to do it. Again, have a tax return and have a photo of your driver's license. And then we're going to hit File BOIR, right here. And you can, now here's a couple of ways you could do it. You can do a PDF form where you prepare it on a PDF. So you can fill it in. It's a fillable PDF and then submit it. You can do that. Or you can file it digitally. So I'm going to do through Prepare and Submit online, right? It's the fastest way. And I'm going to agree that, hey, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to say here is going to be accurate to the best of my knowledge. So I'm going to hit the agree. And here's the 5 categories. You're going to have filing information, the reporting company. What's the name of the company that's reporting it? And then what is the company, who's the company applicant? And then who are the beneficial owners of that company? And then here's the submit. So I want to take you through it. You're going to start off, if you haven't done it yet, you're going to hit initial report. Otherwise, if you've done it and you made a mistake, or you're going to go back next year and make a correction because things have changed, you would hit correct right there. But we're going to start off with an initial report, hit next, and then what we're going to do is we're going to hit a request to receive a FinCEN ID. It'll help you get in faster next time, right? And there's no foreign pooled investment vehicle probably with most of you. The reporting company legal name. So I'm just going to say my company, which is Biz Tax Guy. I don't have a DBA, so there's no need. You're going to notice this red asterisk up here. That means you have to fill that out. You cannot avoid that at all. So there's no DBA here with that. The tax identification type, I'm going to use an EIN. And I'm just going to give it a fake EIN because obviously I'm not going to, whoop, I missed one number. Let's see. It has to be 9. And then we're going to go through this. So you'll have an EIN. It'll usually be like 83, 82, 89 dash something. It could be 25 dash something. But there's 9 numbers. And then the country and jurisdiction is going to be United States of America, if it's in fact that. The state of formation. So if you formed, my particular company was formed in Missouri, so I'm going to go down and do Missouri. Now, I've already done mine, so I don't need to worry about it. But anyways, I'm going to take you through it. And I'm just going to get you through the part that's going to be helpful to you and not all the way through because it's pretty self-explanatory all the way through. Then you're going to put in your address. I'm just going to put in 123 Main Street. And I like to do all caps, and I'll change that. Now, I'm going to make a town. Let's call it Blue Springs, Missouri. It's not too far from me. I'm over here in Kansas, actually. But this is in America. And while I live in Kansas, the company was formed in Missouri. And I'm just going to put some kind of number as a filler to go in for the zip code. You want to make sure it's accurate. You don't want to be doing what I'm doing. It's just filling in blanks. So obviously you know that. And then we're going to list it as an existing reporting company on line 16. And it comes up as attention because it wants you to know that, hey, if you were a company already originated before January 1 of 2024, you're an existing company. We probably have your tax return and we have your information pretty much, right? So they're going to gray out a lot of fields, and that's going to speed everything up to really towards the end. So anyways, so you'll just say yes. Now, if you just formed, let me tell you this, if you just formed a company, and I formed a partnership for a client of mine not too long ago, and you have 90 days to get it in if you formed a company in 2024. Now, I'm sure that if you didn't do it, and you look back and say, oh man, we're past 90 days, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of grace. They're not going to charge you $500 a day probably, or put you in prison. This is the first year to roll it out. And so I know there's a lot of people that have never heard of it. There's a lot of business owners that don't know anything about it. They don't know how to fill it out. In fact, I have a lot of people asking me about it, and that's why I'm doing the video. So hopefully this is helpful, and if it is helpful to you, subscribe to my channel. Let me know that you appreciated it. It grayed everything out. See, everything's grayed out, and so now it's just going to take me to the neck because I hit this one. I'm an existing reporting company. I was formed, my company, BizTax Guy, was formed prior to January 1, 2024. Now, I wouldn't click that if I was formed in 2024. So I'm going to make that very clear. So I'm going to hit next. There's no parent, guardian, or anything like that. I don't, oh, wait a minute. Let me go back here. Let's see. Yeah, we're already to the beneficial owner information. This is the third page here. So there is no, if a minor child, let's say, had a stake in a family business, this is where you'd sign that, but obviously I don't have that. I'm not an exempt entity. I mean, I could, my company's not, I am, but then the individual's last name, my last name is Shepard, and my first name is Randy. And you can put in your, and realize there's no, on suffix and middle name, there is no red asterisk, so it's not required, but it is required on the birthday, date of birth. And I'm just going to put this is not automatically done where you have to put the slash, you have to put the slash in. I'm just going to put 1999. Now, you all know that I'm older than that, but we're going to put that in. And then the address is going to be 123 Main Street, 123 Main Street. And the city, I'm just going to say Blue Springs again. And select a country, it's going to be United States. So let's pick that. It's going to be Missouri, because that's where we're at. All right, and the zip code is not actually the exact zip code, but you get the idea. And then you're going to get to select identification type, and you'll see that they're going to ask for one of four things, either a state driver's license, a state issued ID, a U.S. passport or a foreign passport. I'm going to just select driver's license. You're going to put in whatever number that is on the driver's license. And again, it goes back. So again, you can see how easy this is. Not American Samoa. That's what happens when you go fast. And then you're going to go to Missouri again, get down to Missouri. And then I don't have a tribal affiliation, so that's grayed out. And then see this spot right here? This is where you're going to drag and drop your driver's license. So what I did is I took a photo of my driver's license, uploaded it to my desktop, and just dragged it over. And it took it right, real easy. It's a JPEG format. Make sure it's a photo format. I don't know that it takes PDF. But so anyways, drop that in there and then hit next. Now, the reason I'm not going into next is because I didn't drop a driver's license. And so my point is, when you get to this point, you've learned everything that you needed to know, really. But I will say one more thing. And that is, I'm going to go up here, and if I have another beneficial owner, so we're going to go to previous. If I was a partnership and I filled out my stuff and downloaded or uploaded, I should say, my driver's license, but I have a partner, I'm going to add beneficial owner, and it'll make a space for my partner. So they want to know all the beneficial owners that are going to be in the company. So that's really the tricky parts of it. Everything else is very, very standard. It's easy. You just read what you got. There's no tricky parts past this at all. So I hope this helps. And if you ever need any tax strategies or help with taxes to eliminate your taxes, no matter what they are, feel free to give us a call at biztaxguy.com or randy@biztaxguy.com, and I'll be glad to help. Have a great day.